I suppose I saw him once or twice a year, perhaps maybe maximum of 3 times a year. But it would be a considerable stretch to say that he was a very, very close friend.
Papers and social media slamming Prince Andrew after he was grilled on television about his relationship with late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, it's been catastrophic right about now. I think with Prince Andrew's decision to go ahead with this BBC interview, and it has backfired spectacularly.
Hello, good evening. Prince Andrew has told the BBC he categorically denies having sexual relations with Virginia Roberts.
Prince Andrew's public life as he knew it is over. In an unprecedented move, the Duke of York says he's asked his mother, the Queen, for permission to step back from public duties.
At issue, which of these 2 people is telling the truth? Andrew or Virginia Roberts, 17 years old when this photograph was taken, groomed, she says, to provide sexual favours to powerful men.
If the Prince's interview with the BBC was meant to clear the air over his relationship with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, it's had the opposite effect.
This couldn't be worse for them. I think it is an avalanche at the moment, and the palace are really struggling to contain the actual volume of issues they're dealing with.
In court documents revealed this year, Virginia Roberts alleges she had sex with Prince Andrew while she was a teenager.
He knows exactly what he's done, and I hope he comes clean about it.
In a legal deposition, 2015, she said she had sex with you 3 times. Once in a London house,
yes.
Once in New York, a month or so later at Epstein's mansion, and once on his private island in a group of 7 or 8 other girls.
No.
No to all of it?
All of it. Absolutely no to all of it.
Prince Andrew has always denied any sexual contact or relationship with the 17-year-old he was photographed with in London in 2001.
During the interview, Prince Andrew raised doubts over the veracity of the evidence.
That's me, but whether that's my hand or whether that's the position, I have simply no recollection of a photograph ever being taken.
So why would somebody have put in another hand? You think it is you next to her in the photo?
Oh, it's definitely me. I mean, that's a picture of me. It's not a picture of, I don't believe it's a picture of me in London.
Questions were immediately raised over his judgment in maintaining a friendship with Jeffrey Epstein and assistant Ghislaine Maxwell.
In 2006, in May, an arrest warrant was issued for Epstein for sexual assault of a minor.
Yes.
In July, he was invited to Windsor Castle to your daughter Princess Beatrice's 18th birthday. Why would you do that?
Certainly I wasn't aware when the invitation was issued what was going on in the United States. And I wasn't aware until the media picked up on it, because he never said anything about it.
I think Andrew's level of ego has got in the way, unfortunately, at this time. He felt that he needed to come out and put to bed these allegations of his relationship with a convicted paedophile, a sex offender that he stayed with after he'd been convicted. And rightly so, as a man in his late 50s, he really should have known better.
Russell Myers is the royal editor for the Daily Mirror and has been following the fallout closely.
For Andrew's flagship projects, this has been a disaster. There are big companies, big sponsors lining up to drop him at the moment. The palace actually sought to take the sponsors list off of the website so it couldn't detract from the work that it's doing. There's at least 3 Australian universities now that have said they're going to ditch their associations with the Duke. There are universities lining up in the UK who have called emergency board meetings to discuss this pressing issue.
In his statement overnight, the Prince said he now regrets his ill-judged association with Jeffrey Epstein, a significant shift from the position he took just days before.
Do you regret the whole friendship with Epstein?
Now, still not, and the reason being is that the people that I met and the opportunities that I was given to learn either by him or because of him, were actually very useful.
There's still potentially a few weeks to go, but this has been a particularly bad year for the royal family. The Queen has always managed everything that's thrown at her with distinction, with stoicism, and I think this will be no different.
With an FBI investigation into Epstein's trafficking still underway, no doubt many elements of that fateful interview will haunt the royal family for a long time.
I admit fully that my judgment was probably coloured by my tendency to be too honourable, but that's just the way it is.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.